Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss cost of hair transplant in your city and how to choose a best hair transplant doctor or a best hair transplant clinic in your city. Dear friends, the cost of hair transplant in your city is approximately rupees 20 per hair graft to rupees 50 hair graft. One hair graft on an average means 2 hair follicles. So why these variations? And of course few clinic may be above that, but on an average is going to be rupees 20 per hair graft up to rupees 50 per hair graft. It could be 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 rupees a graft. Now, why is this difference? The difference is on this side, you have very experienced doctors, fully furnished OT with all emergency facilities and great number of hair transplant done by these clinics who are one of the best. So because they have put so much effort, time, travel, studies, they have a better team. So the cost of operating for them becomes much higher. On the other side, if there are fresher clinics, newer clinics, they're in the learning phase. Of course, the instrumentation used by them, like one punch could cost 20,000, one punch could cost 500 rupees. So there are many variables. So on this side, little expensive clinic around 40 to 50 rupees a graft will be experience, safety, quality, great team, great infrastructure. On this side, maybe fresher clinics who recently started, have a lesser experienced team. Doctor is also less experienced, so they are building a process. So they offer at a little lesser price so that they get more experience and they develop their own clinics. So no harm. Even these experienced doctors were before the fresher doctors. I'm not even talking about below 20 rupees a graft. That is a technician run clinic, beautician run clinic, or some other doctors not qualified for the procedure run clinic. So we have to understand a plastic surgeon or a dermatologist has to put on 10 to 15 years of studies during the medical colleges, after the medical colleges, and then they come and give you the services. I would suggest if this 20 to 50 rupees graft doesn't fit in your system, you should wait for some time and do it at the best. Okay, because you do the hair transplant once and do it at the best place. Why? Because the hair grafts are limited. Once if you've gone to a lower clinic which is not giving proper results, then full growth may not be there. Naturalness of the hairline will not be there because this is your face. The hair is going to be right above your face. So the whole personality depends on that. So you cannot have a below average work on the hairline because your whole personality depends on that. So great clinics with great experience will give you feathery hairline, irregular hairline, undetectable hair transplant. The growth of number of grafts in this clinic will be much higher. So let us see what can happen in a low cost clinic below 20. Okay, they may not have an anesthetist. You know, people have died in hair transplant. So it's a 6-7 hour surgeries. You have to have all the emergency equipments, proper emergency doctor to take care of if even in any eventuality something happens, then one has to be tested for TMT, stress, HB1AC, whether you're diabetic, hypertension, epilepsy, asthma, many factors are there. So there has to be complete analysis before we fly a plane. We check it thoroughly. So you have to be careful when you're going to a low-cost clinic. They might even check you properly, not just a basic blood test, but a thorough checkup so that you don't lie in any of a risk factor. So what we call that is, are you fit for the hair transplant surgery? Are you the right candidate for the hair transplant surgery? Have you been prepared well before the hair transplant surgery, like with the finasteride, minoxidil, biotin? So you should not be in an active hair loss state. They should be stabilized before we do the transplant. So even before you think about a transplant, the great high-end clinic is going to evaluate you, assess you, prepare you. Here you may just drop in, they will check the charges and start the transplant. So that's the first step. Number 2, the safety I told you. Number 3, do they have the sufficient experience? What depth the graft should be? What angle the graft should be, like 20-25? Where the graft curl should go? The frontotemporal angle 10 to 15 degree, the temples 5 degree. So there are many factors. Are they going to take soft hair from the nape of the neck and put it in the front so it looks undetectable hairline? Do they do macro irregularity for the hairline? So there are so many points. The journey of a hair graft from back of the scalp, when it comes out, it is into shock because of no blood supply, and then putting it back into the recipient area, this whole journey have to have a very high standard of international protocols so the graft doesn't die, graft doesn't get crushed, graft survives here, supporting system is there to survive, photographies or big projector support so that we can see the graft, big picture of the graft, the angle direction. So these are very small steps which one has to follow, because every hair graft is like a diamond. We should have passion and perseverance so that every graft is saved and every graft comes after hair transplant. So that speciality, that detailing, that protocols, the boss, the chief surgeon there, looks after everything in detail. Here they may be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surgeries a day, so these all things may be compromised. That is what the cost is low. Okay, so even in 20 to 50 you can get a good hair transplant, but nothing below that, chances are high that it's not going to be a good quality, because how can you even afford to give that by following all the international protocols? So you can choose, you can look out for 3-4 doctors, go to the websites, meet them, talk to them, meet the patients, look at the YouTube videos, look at the results, go to the before after section, look at the results. So you have to do your own process analysis, and then come down to 2-3 doctors and then meet them in person, and then with your intuition and gut feeling you decide which clinic you want to choose. Any other question you have, please put down in the comment section. We're going to come up with new videos. We are also going to get you latest and the best in the field of hair restoration, hair loss, whenever we get time, with new videos for you. Thank you so much. Be in touch.